That's my mom. She's in crescent lunge always. She's 70, 78 or 79. She does it 3 times a week. Just in Cottonwood Heights. She just doesn't like to, ever since COVID, Zoom yoga. I know. That's what Ruby told me. I know. That's what she told me. And I was like, you tell girl. She's like, made it big. That's awesome. She's a badass. She's really cool. I really like Ruby. I was like, because when I was doing that retreat, she's kind of like like the name, you know, and I'm like, oh, famous people. And then I like met her. I'm like, whoa, I like her. She's like legit. Like she's authentic. She's awesome. Well, yes, and like for Utah, like she is kind of, you know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah, no, I didn't know that. Mm-hmm. It's coming. Yeah, yeah. She's awesome. Okay. Okay. We're doing it. 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 You're good. You're totally fine. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're doing it. Okay. Are you okay? Are you guys okay? Okay. Do you want to go in the hallway? If you do, you can. Okay. Yeah. But they're in my car. I forgot. But I'm gonna get these bowls. Oh my god. There is one more spot back here. It'll stink.
There's one more spot. Really?
I think that back row has one more spot available.
No, we knew there was no path.
We knew there was a... Okay. You get Ruby. Oh, that's sweet. It was your other daughter with the dog at the park, though. She had the dog. A little more energetic. Okay. What? Yep. Okay, friends. Welcome, welcome. Okay, my friends, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for making space. I know it's there's pros and cons to practicing in a full group of people like this. It reminds me of the good old days, honestly, and I love like the energy that comes with a full room. But I also know that there's kind of some annoyances about it. So thank you for just like being here, making space for one another, showing up in community. And the invitation throughout class is to just, instead of getting annoyed, which if you get annoyed, that's fine, but like notice that if you're annoyed with the space around you. I always laugh when like we're this close and I see people trying to do their swan dive like this and they're just like, and they're just like stepping back. Like, no. But okay, I like to say there are so many different ways to swan dive other than taking your arms all the way out. So I like to bring my hands through like my third eye center. You can swan dive. You can reach your arms forward like you're painting the wall. So you don't have to do this, and you can make space for the people around you without getting frustrated and angry. So or if you get frustrated and angry, be like, huh, that's interesting. Why am I getting angry? And that's the yoga. So thank you for being here. Thank you for making space. I have let's see, a couple things coming up. So the 21st, okay, to be clear, I've been getting so many texts asking me about my frequency class this month because I think people are confused. So I am not teaching my frequency class this month. I will be in St. George this next weekend. I have Steph Nally subbing this class, who she's my like favorite teacher. I love her. She's amazing. She'll be subbing this. And my frequency class will be subbed by Jenny Wiggum. So she teaches here and she just did my breathwork facilitator training and graduated, and she's awesome. So I would say go to it. But I will be teaching my embodiment class the weekend after. So my embodiment is very similar to my frequency class, but the difference being there's yoga at the beginning. So frequency is breathwork and sound. My embodiment class is yoga, breathwork, and sound. So yogis would really like that class, I think. And I have a live DJ coming. So it's the 21st, live DJ for that class. And then after the class, it gets done at 9 p.m. It's a Saturday. I have just a dance party until midnight or however long we want to stay. So the DJ will be here. Costumes are welcome. Glow stuff is welcome. And he's just going to be playing and we're going to be jamming. I have my yoga teacher trainers that will be at that class. So I'll at least have like 10 people to make a party, hopefully. And then my breathwork facilitator trainers are invited too, so there will be them, and I just want it to be like fun. So please come. It's a by donation dance party, and the class itself is $30. And then I also put up a couple new retreats. One is in Sundance in December. It's just a quickie weekend retreat up in Sundance, this massive cabin. It's amazing, beautiful. Has this really cool hot tub that has all these windows around it looking out. And then one is in Costa Rica next May. So check them out on my website. And if you don't know what my website is, it's katieshifkinyoga.com. My cards are out there. Thank you. Okay. Okay, let's practice. Let's do the thing. Okay, go ahead and find your comfortable seat of meditation if you're not already there. So I personally always like to move or wiggle a little bit before settling into stillness. So if you want to, you could just roll your shoulders around. Maybe you want to stretch your arms up. Maybe you want to just tap your heart space, tap your belly. So come into your physical body a little bit more. Feel whatever there is to feel this morning. So you might feel into, how did I sleep last night? How's my neck? How's my spine? You might feel into, that was really stressful driving here. Do I still feel that anxiety from it in my belly or my chest? So just what's there, no judgment. We're not trying to make anything go away. We're not pushing anything away or fixing anything. We're just noticing. So eventually find stillness. Rest your hands either on your lap or maybe hands come to heart. If you'd like, you can bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Close your eyes or soften your gaze. And just start to really arrive here fully. So not just physically, but energetically, emotionally, mentally. So whatever's happening in your life outside of these four walls for now, it just kind of falls away, and feel your body here in this space, your sit bones on the ground, the temperature of the room, the air on your skin, the energy of being in community. See if you can feel into your own inner space a little more and start to notice your breath a little more. So if you are a visual person, maybe you start to use your imagination and visualize your breath flowing through you, perhaps up and down your spine, or maybe just expanding and contracting inside of you. So whatever resonates, whatever makes sense to you. If you're not so visual, just feeling into every single rise of each inhalation and every single fall, every single contraction of each exhalation. So how much awareness can you bring into simply just breathing? Next time you inhale, fill up as big as you can and hold in that fullness. When you think you're full, see if you can just sip in a little bit extra, like a teaspoon more. Open your mouth and great big sigh. Ah. Very nice. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, fill up. So feel your entire body expand, inflate, take up more space, even if it's just energetically. Take that extra sip, keep holding. And then out your mouth, release. Ah. Good job. Last time. So biggest inhale you've taken all morning long, maybe all weekend long. Every single space expands with your breath. Extra sip. This time, maybe even 2 little sips extra. And then let it go side out. Ah. Nice job. Seal your lips now and start to drop into what we call ujjayi breath. So ujjayi is in and out through your nose by way of the back of your throat. And it's very different than a typical nostril breath. So you don't hear it, you don't feel it so much as it moves through your nostrils, but you really hear it, you really feel it as it moves through your throat. So gentle constriction of those muscles in the back of your throat. They're the same muscles you use when you whisper, when you gasp, or when you hum. And start to create that gentle whisper of your own breath, that oceanic sound. Start to follow it with your awareness and use it as an anchor to this present moment. So when we focus on our inhale and our exhale as it is happening, everything else can't help but kind of fall away. So notice when you get distracted throughout class, and even congratulate yourself for noticing. Be like, oh yeah, good job, you noticed. Now I'm coming back to my breath, the simple rise and fall, the expansion and contraction. So please know that this pose right here, the seated meditation, tuning into your own breath, you can stay here the entire class. You can stay here half the class. You can come back here at any time. It is always available to you if you just want to take a moment to rest, to come back to your center, your breath, your body. If you are ready to move now, come forward to your hands and your knees. Take that ujjayi breath with you and just start to move any way your body wants to move. So intuitive movement. There's no right or wrong. There's nothing prescribed. Cat-cows are a wonderful place to start. So maybe something familiar. But then start to feel into something a little bit different or a little more curious. So can you find mobility, not just in your upper and your lower back, but can you start to feel into the mobility of your mid back and your mid spine? Can you feel your shoulder blades? Can you feel the bottom tips of your shoulder blades on your back body? Bring awareness to your hands and your fingers. So if you want, you might even spin your fingers out to the sides or back towards your knees. Just kind of gently rock it out. Anything goes. If you want to sit back into a child's pose, go for it. And if it helps, close your eyes to get out of your head. So that voice that says, am I doing this right? Do I look weird? Is anyone watching me? That voice gets to go away this whole entire class, and you just get to feel from the inside. So put your awareness in your spine. What do you notice? Put your awareness in your hips. What do you notice? So that's the practice. That's the yoga, feeling your body and finding more space inside of yourself. In your next few rounds, friends, downward facing dog is our eventual destination. So you can start your own transition back whenever you are ready. No rush. Good job. And once you're back in down dog, feel into that, move around, explore. So maybe that means pedaling out your heels. Maybe that means bending both knees a lot and lifting up to your tiptoes. Really lengthening from your fingertips all the way up to your sit bones. So see if you can find length in your spine, length in your side bodies, strength in your shoulders and arms and hands and even your fingers. So spread your fingers really wide and imagine you're like a gecko holding onto a screen door. So press into the ground with the pads of your fingertips. Yes, really good, everybody. Saw through your face and your jaw. So not straining, not forcing anything. And then can you still feel those big, spacious ujjayi breaths flowing through? Can you use your breath to actually support and hold you in this pose? So rather than feeling like your breath is something that's fighting against you, can you use it to hold and support you from the inside? You guys look awesome. Nice poses, friends. Take one more big inhale into your down dog. And then as you exhale, gaze to the top of your mat and however you want to get there, forward fold. Once you've arrived, be in your fold for just a moment. Invitation to widen your feet at least hips width distance apart and maybe even a little bit wider for this first fold. All of your toes face directly forward. Perhaps try a ragdoll pose. Grab opposite elbows overhead or fold your arms overhead. Let your neck relax. Let your head hang heavy. And bob or sway or bounce it out. So notice, where are you holding the weight in your feet? And if you are rocking back into your heels and locking out your knees, see if you can actually do the opposite. So bend your knees, bring your weight more forward into the pads of your toes and the balls of your feet. And then use your strong core to lift your butt a little bit higher. So think crown towards the ground, butt towards the sky. Nice job, friends. One more breath. Next inhalation, halfway lift position, lengthen. Beautiful. Exhale, bow and fold. Do that one more time, halfway lift. So stick your butt way out. Squeeze your shoulder blades towards your spine. Nice. Exhale, release. From that place, so your strong core, navel to spine, all the way up this time, rise. So use your core as you rise, arms to the sky. Hands to heart center, exhale. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, slow dive down. Maybe your hands come to your third eye center. Nice width. As you breathe in, spinal extension. So feel into the length of your spine, your side bodies, back of your neck, sides of your neck. Exhale, let it go. Rise back up. So press into your feet, strong core, arms to the sky. Hands to heart, exhale. Take that one more time. This is your half sun salutation. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, dive down. Stick your butt out and feel your core engage as you dive. Nice, Eric. Inhale to your halfway lift position. Good, Andrea. And with your exhalation, refold all the way to emptiness. Find your center from that place. Take it back up. Arms overhead. Inhale. Hands to heart, exhale. Beautiful awareness, friends. This time, inhale, take your arms to the sky. Pause here, grab your left wrist with your right hand and turn your left palm towards the right side of the room. Bend your elbows and then sway your hips towards the windows. Pull your upper body towards the opposite wall. So it's like you're creating a crescent moon shape with your body. Imagine you're trying to pull your left wrist out of your right hand. So if you were to let go, your arm would slingshot out. Pull your left shoulder back and down. So you're plugging it into the socket and then breathe into your left ribs, the space between your left ribs. One more deep breath. See if there's any more space you can find. Beautiful. Inhale back to center. Switch your grip. Grab your right wrist. Turn your right palm towards the windows. And then other side. So up and over. More weight in your right foot. Press especially into the inner edge of your right foot. And then pull your right shoulder back and down. As you gently tug with your left arm, resist with your right arm, and breathe. One more deep breath. Inhale. Nice, Tim. Back to center. And as you exhale, bring your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Roll your shoulders back and down. And just for today, try bending your elbows a lot. Squeeze your elbows towards each other and suction cup your palms together. Now, imagine that just your fingers are super glued together and you're trying to pull just your fingers apart. So you should feel what's called muscle energy in your arms right now. See if you can keep it and start to reach your hands back. So you can straighten your arms a little, but try not to lock out your elbows. See if you can keep your palms suction cupped together. Keep energetically pulling your fingers apart. Maybe even add a little baby back bend. So hug in with your inner thighs. Press your hips forward and puff up your chest. Gaze up. Take one more big inhale. Keep your hands clasped. Exhale, hinge at your hips all the way down. So feel your core as you take that dive. Hang out in your forward fold with your fingers interlaced for about 2 or 3 more rounds. If you are pressing your palms and that part has become too much, you can let that part go. No big deal. Let your head be heavy. Let your neck relax. So if it helps, bend your knees more. Relax your neck. Give it a little shake. Yeah, and I mean your head a little shake. Take one more inhale. Lift your knuckles a little bit higher. Lift your butt a little bit higher. Exhale, hands to low back. Nice, honey. Release your clasp. Let your arms hang down. So give them a little shake out. On an inhalation, halfway lift position. Beautiful. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank position, top of a push-up. Nice, Jamie. So spread your fingers really wide and push the ground away. See if you can take little baby rocks forward and back like you're sawing through a piece of wood with your body. So keep pushing the ground away, navel to spine. Your knees can come down to modify at any time, but if your knees are lifted, see if you can feel your strong quad muscles. The front of your thighs are turned on. Next time you inhale, take that little rock forward. You're on your tippy toes or knees come down to modify. Exhale, lower just 1 or 2 inches. So bend your elbows a little bit. Don't let your shoulders roll forward. Inhale, push back up, straighten your arms. This time a little bit lower. Exhale, 2 or 3 inches down. Nice, Tara. Inhale, push back up, straighten your arms. This time, halfway down, so chaturanga hold. Try not to let your shoulders roll forward. Don't let your belly sink. Inhale, push back up. Very nice. Awesome, Bonnie. Exhale all the way to your belly. Take any back bend variation you want today and give yourself a few breaths. So maybe it's a baby cobra, Spider-Man cobra, Sphinx, up dog, and just feel into it. See if you can feel the strength in your back body as you open your front body. See if you can feel a little tone in your belly. So if this hurts your low back at all when you back bend, feel your navel, pull it back towards your spine, called your transverse abdominis. See if you can feel that support of your low back. As you are ready, my friends, downward facing dog awaits you. So you can transition however you would like. You've got 5 rounds in your down dog. Feel free to move. Feel free to, well, real quickly, I'm going to ask you a question. If you would like a hands-off practice today, you don't want any hands-on adjustments, totally fine. I don't take it personal. Just let me know by lifting one leg in the air. Okay, thank you so much. So now if you want to lift one leg in the air, just to explore, just to feel what's there, go for it. Strong hands, strong core, big, deep, intentional breaths. Give yourself just a couple more in your down dog. That's awesome. All right, take one more big, huge inhalation and push the ground away. Lift your hips super high. As you exhale, gaze to the top of your space. However you want to get there, forward fold, Uttanasana. Nice, Tamra. Halfway lift position. Inhale. Exhale, bow and fold. Root through your feet. Take it all the way up. Arms overhead. Inhale. Nice, Megan. Exhale, hands to your heart. All right, let's build our flow, my friends. Inhale, arms reach. Side body stretch of your choice. So if you like that variation, grabbing your left wrist, go for it. If there's some other variation you want to take, go for it. So make it your own. As long as you're creating length in your left side, that is all I care. Nice, Jan. Breathe into your left rib cage, your left waistline. One more round. I love it. Nice variations. Good, Mary Jo. Inhale back to center. Exhale, take it to the other side. So think up and then over. You want to feel strength in your left side abdominals, holding you there as you stretch your right side. Nice, Andrea. So breathe into the space in between your right ribs, those intercostal muscles. See if you can wake them up, stretch them out. Nice, Ken. One more round. Inhale, center, high mountain. As you exhale, sit back into a chair pose, Utkatasana. For today, bring your arms to goal posts or cactus position. Good way. Now, see if you can squeeze your shoulder blades closer to your spine. So you might press your elbows and your arms back a little bit. Feel your shoulder blades hug your spine. Yeah, nice, Steve. Now, when you did that, did your belly let go? Are your ribs flaring forward? If so, see if you can engage your low, deep abdominals. Draw your belly button back towards your spine. Feel your strong core. Nice, Scott. Good. You should be able to look down and see your toes. No problem. So you're not going forward with your knees. You're going back with your butt. Weight in your heels. One more round. Get a little lower. Inhale, arcing Tadasana. So keep your cactus arms and just straighten your legs. Open your heart. As you exhale, invitation to bring your hands to third eye center. Go straight into your fold. Slow dive. Yes, beautiful. Lift halfway as you breathe in. Nice, Shelly. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, make it your own. So vinyasa however you want. You can add push-ups, you can take it on your knees, you can skip it completely. Maybe you substitute cat-cows. Nice, Chris. And then see you back, downward facing dog, Ujjayi breath. All right, from your dog pose, next time you breathe in, take your right leg to the sky. So if you want, you can open your hip or kind of explore for a moment. But then at some point, square off your hips. So feel inner thighs facing one another. And your right hip faces down and probably slightly back. So most likely your right leg won't go quite as high, and that's okay. Go for length, strength, and power. So press up with your right foot like you're stomping it onto an invisible wall behind you, like you're trying to reach it up to the back corner of the room. Take one more big inhale and push down with your fingertips. As you exhale, right knee to your nose, round your spine, hollow out your belly, and then soft as you can, step through low lunge. Crescent lunge. Take your time to rise up and settle in. Nice, Samantha. So all of your toes face directly forward. Your hips are square. And the intention is not just to go as deep as you possibly can. So you find your widest stance, you find that depth, and then you find the stability. You hug in towards midline. So front hip pulls back, back hip draws forward. Feel your inner thighs squeeze. And feel that little tone in your lowest, deepest abdominals that supports your low back. Yes, good. Awesome, you guys. Take one more inhale here. As you exhale, we're going to take a side body stretch. So you might grab your left wrist. You might bring your right hand down to your right hip. If you've got another variation, go for it. Lengthen your left side. So reach your left fingertips towards the right wall. Think up and then over. Keep pulling your right hip back, left hip forward. Yes. Breathe all the way down your left side body. Breathe all the way down into the front of your left hips, those hip flexor muscles. Take one more inhale. Stay for your exhale and see if you can reach just a tiny bit further. Reach, reach, reach. Inhale back to crescent, both arms to the sky, realign. Yeah, if you want to straighten your front leg, go for it. Exhale, bring your hands to the earth. Root into your front foot, and just for a moment, standing splits. Left leg floats high. So don't worry about the name of this pose, the splits. It doesn't have to look anything like the splits. Good, Julie. Make your left leg active, even if your left foot is an inch off the ground. See if you can get your toes to spread. Yes, relax your neck. One more inhale, lift, lift, lift. As you exhale, set your left foot down at the top of your space, forward fold. You can give your right leg a little shaky shake if you want. Bring your big toes together until they touch. Little gap in between your heels. Tuck and curl. So tiny little potato bug ball, butt towards the ground, nose towards your knees. Good, Kate? So you can choose to lift your heels really, really high. And as your heels lift, get your nose closer to your knees. Get your butt closer to the ground. Maybe you even wrap your arms around and give yourself a big squeeze. If you would rather, you can press your heels towards the ground, and that will work your ankle flexibility instead. So where do you want to go? Totally up to you. Take one more round of breath. Breathe into your back ribs. Feel the back of your heart space. All the way to empty. Find your center with your exhale. Halfway lift, inhale, heels down, spine long. You can widen your stance if you would like. Nice, Mary Jo. Exhale, fold. Root into your feet, take it all the way up, rise, arms to the sky, high mountain pose, pause in your high mountain. Notice how you are standing. What are your own personal imbalances? Are your ribs flaring forward? Is your butt sticking out? Or is your tailbone tucked and are you rounding through your shoulders, slumping forward? So see, what can I do to be in better alignment for my own body? More optimal alignment, I should say, for my own body. So check in. Now keep your right foot rooting down firmly. And when you're ready, lift your left knee up. So focus your gaze on something in front of you that's not moving. If you're at the front, I know it's hard to have a white wall in front of you. Do your best. So lift your left knee, flex your left toes, standing staff pose. See if you can even get your little baby pinky toe to flex back and active. Yes, awesome. Nice, Cam. Take one more big inhale here. As you exhale, figure 4 with chair plane arms. So outer left ankle, top of right thigh, sit back and reach your arms back. So your weight is in your right heel. Yes, squeeze your shoulder blades towards your spine like you're doing a little baby cobra with your heart. See if you can sit a little lower. Flexion through your left toes. Stay here if you want, or we're going to be here for about 4 or 5 more rounds. Feel free to move and explore. So maybe you want to turn it into a forward fold variation. Maybe in your practice, you've been working on an arm balance. Go for it. So wherever you are at, if it's falling out of the pose, giving your leg a little shake out, coming back in when you're ready, perfect. Very nice. Nice, Margie. Beautiful focus. Let's see if we can slowly, awesome, Ken, come back to our standing staff. So slowly come back up, arms reach up, left knee lifts. If you want an extra challenge, see if you can extend your left leg forward, press through your heel. One more inhale. Now slow motion, low lunge. See if you can land with fingertips and toes at the exact same time. Woo, good. Very nice. Now listen, from low lunge, back knee comes down gently. Unthread your right leg so your right leg reaches back. You're in a 3-legged tabletop position. Right leg back, 3-legged tabletop. Yeah. So square hips. Yeah, good adjustment even more. Square hips, draw your belly button in and up and feel that connection to your center. Take one more inhale here, little rock forward. So bring your weight more into the tips of your fingers. Exhale, bend your elbows, humble cow. So like a chaturanga, see if you can just tap your chin on the ground. Curl your left toes under, press all the way back, all the way up into 3-legged down dog, all the way back, all the way up. Yes, amazing. Now from here, you take one more inhale, reach your right leg high. Straight to down dog or exhale, rock forward, plank to chaturanga. Your right leg can hover or come to your knees. Make it your own. Yeah, you can laugh. It's funny. Inhale, lift your heart. And back to down dog. Yes, yes, yes. Very good, my friend. So take a moment, reconnect with yourself, reconnect with your breath, reconnect with your body. So if you notice you've gone somewhere else in your mind, come back right here. Feel your hands on the ground. Feel your breath expanding and contracting. Powerful, vibrant. Next time you inhale, left leg to the sky. So if you want to explore for a moment, go for it. Open your hip, maybe roll out your ankle or even circle out your knee a bit. But then find your square hips eventually. Yes. So inner thighs face each other. Left hip faces down and probably slightly back. Get your left leg as long and as strong and as powerful as you can. So I don't care about height, but if I came over to you and tried to press your left leg down, it wouldn't even move. It's so strong. Take one more inhale, push down through your fingertips, lift with your strong core. And then keep that connection to your center as you exhale, knee to your nose, scoop out your belly, push the ground away, push the ground away. Summoning to the music. Step forward softly, low lunge. Sorry. Okay. All right, crescent lunge, rise. So all of your toes face directly forward and your hips are square. Feel into the stability. So we want to feel through our legs a strong, stable foundation. Hug towards midline. Feel your core, that little tone. So you're not squeezing your six-pack muscles. It's just that little tone, navel to spine, and you feel more length. You feel more support in your low back. It's almost like you have a brace around your middle. Your upper body is your unique expression. So feel into it, grow into it. You don't have to do anything different, but what do you want to embody? What do you want to invite in? So if you're smiling, you know you're smiling. If you're making an angry face, you know you're making an angry face and you're doing it on purpose. Take one more inhale. Exhale, side body stretch. So maybe you grab hold of your right wrist and pull on your right arm a little bit. Maybe you bring your left hand down to your left hip. Keep drawing left hip back, right hip forward. Send your breath into your legs. I know they are feeling it. Breathe all the way down. Nice drawn into the front of your right hip. Those hip flexors. One more inhale. Stay for your exhale and find a little more length. Back to crescent lunge. You're welcome to straighten your front leg if you want. Maybe squeeze your front thigh. Yes, and then hands come down. Low lunge. Standing splits, right leg lifts. We're not going to hold it super long. See if you can feel it as a one-legged forward fold. So let go of the name standing splits, one-legged forward fold. I don't care how high your right leg goes. Your hip can be open or your hips can be square. It's up to you. Feel a connection to your center. So rather than feeling like the weight's going down into your left foot, feel like the weight is lifting up. The energy is moving up. Strong core, strong right toes. One more in-breath. Forward fold. Step your right foot down. Shake it out. Pedal it out. Big toes touch. Little gap in between your heels. When you're ready, tuck and curl. So a little potato bug ball. You can stay in your potato bug ball and work it in the same way you did before. Nice, Paul. Or if you want to, invitation to turn it into a balance challenge, a toe stand. So hug in with your inner knees, inner thighs, inner heels, and see if you can point your knees straight forward. So your thighs are parallel to the ground. Yeah, and then hands to heart. So balancing on your tiptoes. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Squeeze your inner knees together. Yes, beautiful. 2 more breaths. Feel your own breath, your own rhythm. Next time you inhale, halfway lift. Nice, Josh. Heels down, spine long. You're welcome to widen your stance if you want to. Exhale, release, and fold. Take it all the way up. Rise. High mountain pose. Inhale. Pause. Once again, check in. Where are your personal imbalances? How can you be in your own optimal alignment as you simply stand with your arms reaching up? Are all of your toes facing forward? Is your pelvis neutral or is your butt sticking way out? How's your spine? How are your shoulders? Maybe it helps to bend your elbows a bit. You can, that's fine. Root down through your left foot this time. Right knee lift, standing staff. Flexion through your right toes. Nice, Ellie. Even your little baby pinky toe. And those of you who have a wall around you, feel free to use it. I love me a wall. Take one more inhale. Keep the flexion in your right toes. Sit back into a one-legged chair pose. Figure 4 with your legs. Chair plane arms. So arms swing back. Nice, Samantha. Squeeze your shoulder blades towards your spine, your shoulders back and down. Try not to crank through the back of your neck. So back of your neck is long. Your neck is an extension of your spine. If you would like, you can explore this in any way. So perhaps a twist, a forward fold, maybe even an arm balance. Good, Eric. You might fall out, shake it out, and come back in. Remember, this is a practice, not a performance, and the only person in here that cares what you actually look like is probably you. So see if you can just feel. Last couple breaths. Nice, Lynn. Slowly come back to a standing staff. So if you want to modify, absolutely, you can make this a high mountain instead. Otherwise, standing staff, right knee lifts. Perhaps extend your right leg forward for even more intensity. One more in-breath, everybody. Slow motion, low lunge. See if you can land with fingers and toes down at the exact same time. Just have fun, be playful. And once you're in low lunge, back knee comes down gently. Unthread your left leg, so you'll be in a three-legged tabletop. Try to keep your hips square. I know it's easy to open that left hip, and if it feels good for a second, feel free. But then inner thighs face each other and feel your core engaged. So navel to spine, it almost feels like you're puffing up your low back a little bit. Inhale, little rock forward, so more into your fingertips. Exhale, bend your elbows, humble cow. Right toes are curled under. Inhale, push all the way up, all the way back. Nice, Rachel, three-legged dog. Take a moment, inhale into your three-legged dog, and either straight to down dog or rock forward, your variation, high to low plank, into a back bend, heart opener of choice. Take your time with it. Is Jamie. Down dog, or if you're feeling a child's pose, maybe even a hero's pose, kneeling meditation. This is your time to just reconnect with you. Slow, steady breath. All right, so we will now move through that entire flow, that entire sequence 2 more times. And that doesn't mean we speed through it as fast as we can just to get it over with, but it actually means we move really slowly and really intentionally with our slow, intentional breaths. So if at any time you feel like I am cueing too slow for you, see if you can breathe slower, see if you can breathe bigger. See if you can breathe deeper and move more intentionally. If at any time you want to take a little break or you want to move on your own, feel free. So always you have permission to do what you need for your body. If you are coming with me, downward facing dog. Big, spacious breaths. Take a great big inhale and push the ground away. Exhale, gaze forward, step or float, top of your yoga mat, forward fold. Halfway lift position, inhale, lengthen, shoulder blades hug your spine. Pull them up. Exhale, fold. And rise all the way to stand, arms to the sky. Hands to heart, exhale. All right, here we go, my friends. Inhale, reach up. Side body stretch of your choice to your right. Exhale all the way to empty. Inhale, center. Other side, up and over as you exhale. Maybe it's a different variation on this side. It's all you. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, chair pose. Cactus your arms. Squeeze shoulder blades to your spine, but feel your strong core. Inhale, arcing Tadasana. Straighten your legs, lift your heart, puff up your chest. Exhale all the way down. So take it straight into your dive. Forward fold. Nice dive. Halfway lift position. Breathe in, lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back. See if you can keep that exhale going lower down. Inhale, heart lift, shoulders back and down. Exhale, down dog. Great big inhale. Take your right leg to the sky. Use your strong core. Exhale, right foot forward, low lunge. Slow rise, crescent. Breathe in. Beautiful. Exhale, side body stretch. Maybe you grab left wrist up and over. So left side long. Yeah. Inhale, crescent, reach both arms up and maybe even straighten your front leg. Exhale, hands come down, low lunge. Inhale, standing splits, left leg floats high, spread your toes. Exhale, straight into your tiny little potato bug ball, curl in, hollow out, empty out, get small and compact. Yes, halfway lift, heels down, stick your butt out. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana, all the way to empty. Connect to your center. Inhale, rise, high mountain. Lift your left knee, standing staff. Exhale, figure 4 with your chair plane arms. Sit back, weight in your right heel. Yes, nice, Tara. Inhale, standing staff. Option to extend left leg forward. Press through your heel. Slow motion, low lunge. Exhale, soft landing. Nice, Mary Jo. Awesome, Andrea. Inhale, three-legged tabletop. So back knee down, right leg reaches back. Exhale, humble cow. So that little rock forward. Bend your elbows. Inhale all the way back, all the way up. Three-legged dog. Yes. Exhale, straight to down dog or rocket forward and lower. Chaturanga. Nice, Jan. Heart lifts. Inhale. Hips lift. Exhale. Left leg high. Breathe in. Exhale, step through softly. Crescent, breathe in and rise. Strong legs. Exhale, side body stretch. Up and over. Empty all the way out. Inhale brings you back to center. You can extend your front leg if you want. Exhale, hands come down. Root into your front foot. Standing splits, right leg lifts. Straight into your tiny little potato bug ball, tuck and curl. All the way to emptiness, get small and compact. Halfway lift, stick your butt out and lengthen your spine. Squeeze shoulder blades toward your spine. Exhale, fold. All the way up, rise. Inhale, arms reach, right knee lifts, flexion through your right toes. Exhale, figure 4, sit back, chair plane arms, reach back. Yes, nice, Bonnie. Inhale, standing staff. Maybe extend right leg. And slow motion, low lunge, soft landing. Back knee comes down gently once you land. Three-legged tabletop, left leg back. Three-legged tabletop, inhale. You can hold if you want, or exhale, bend your elbows, humble cow. Right toes are curled under. Inhale, push up, push back. Three-legged down dog. And straight to down dog or come forward. Chaturanga Dandasana. Nice pulse, strong arms, strong belly. Inhale, lift your heart. Downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. If you'd rather, you can take a child's pose. We've got one more round, one more time through. This time, I'm gonna put a few more poses, a few little surprises in there for you. You're gonna love it. So just like you have been doing this entire time, stay present, listen to my cues. Think of them as invitations. So take what works, leave the rest behind. If you are coming with me, downward facing dog pose, Ujjayi breath. Great, big inhale, push the ground away, hips high, spine long. Exhale, look forward, step or float, top of your space, nice cam, forward fold. Halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Breathe in, beautiful. Exhale, let it go, nice Mikkel. Press into your feet all the way up, high mountain pose, full body stretch. Hands to heart, exhale. All right, last time, inhale, reach, high mountain. Side body stretch of your choice to your right, hips go left. Inhale, center, reach up. Other side, exhale. Inhale, center. Chair pose, cactus your arms. Feel your back strength, feel your core. Inhale, arcing Tadasana, straighten your legs, puff up your chest. Exhale takes you straight into your dive. Perhaps hands at your third eye center as you dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back. See if you can keep that exhale going or even hold an emptiness as you lower. Strong core, strong arms. Inhale, heart lift. Exhale, hips lift. Beautiful, my friends. Right leg to the sky. Breathe in. Hold here or exhale, right knee, left elbow. Get as close as you can. Inhale, three-legged dog, right leg high. Right knee, right armpit, get as high as you can. Yes, nice, Christina. Inhale, back up. Now everybody, knee to your nose. Scoop out your belly, round your spine, step forward softly, low lunge. Crescent lunge, inhale. Exhale, side body stretch up and over. Now listen, we are going to use all that length in our left side to twist. So hinge at your hips, bring your left elbow to the outside of your right thigh, hands to prayer, or I like to make a fist with my left hand and press my right palm into that fist. Lengthen through your spine. So rather than gazing back, see if you can gaze forward a little bit and let your spine follow. Squeeze your inner thighs strong through your legs. Amazing, everybody. If you want, you might even try extending your arms. One last big deep breath. Nice, honey. And slowly release. Let's take it into a wide-legged forward fold. So hands all the way over to the left long edge of your mat. We're going to hang out here for about 5 rounds or so, anywhere you want to go. So you can hang out, make this a little more restorative. Use it as a rest, or you can play. You can play with a headstand, handstand hops, twist, skandasana. This is my favorite pose in a packed room. It's always interesting, I know. Hopefully you like your neighbor, okay? So notice, feel. Is your breath still there? Where's the weight in your feet? Are you rocking back into your heels? So just like a regular forward fold, weight slightly forward. Use your strong core to lift your butt, your sit bones, and then move your head, crown of your head closer to the ground. Your core strong. Last breath or 2. All right, fingertips on the ground if they're not there already. And just crawl your hands to the top of your space, back to a low lunge, so toes face forward. We'll come back into our flow here. Inhale, standing splits. Exhale, tiny little potato bug ball, all the way to empty, small and compact. Inhale, halfway lift. You're welcome to widen your stance if you want. Exhale, fold. All the way up, rise. Inhale, arms up, left knee lift. Listen. Eagle legs, left knee on top of right knee. Wrap your legs together. If you can get the second wrap of your toes around your calf, awesome. If not, no big deal. Tone your low belly. Draw your belly button back towards your spine. Sit a little lower. Reach your arms higher. One more inhale. Eagle arms, left elbow under right. Wrap your arms together. If it's too much, you can grab the backs of your shoulders instead. If you've got your arms wrapped, see if you can lift your elbows up and away from your body. Squeeze your legs, sit a little lower. Gazing right through your arms. Yes, amazing. One more deep breath. Standing staff pose. Unwind everything. Maybe extend left leg forward. Reach up. Low lunge position. Slow, slow, slow. Left toes to the back of your mat. Pause here. So low lunge, hands to the ground. Bring your hands inside your right foot. Walk your right foot to the width of your mat. Bring your back knee down gently. Once your back knee is down, and if you need extra cushion, you can fold over the side of your mat. Invitation is to see if you can let your hips melt towards the ground as you lift your heart up. So personally, I like to bring my hands to blocks or lift to my fingertips. Try to do a cobra with your heart as you let your hips move closer to the earth. So breathing down into the front of your left hip, those hip flexor muscles. Right knee, try not to let it fall in, but instead track it out. Yeah, that's fine. So you can pivot your right toes out to the right if it helps. You can even roll onto the outer edge of your right foot. Just keep your ankle really strong. Take about 3, maybe 4 more breaths. If there's a variation you want to go for, cat grabs its tail. I see a couple of you. Go for it. So nice. Really good, everyone. Be here for one last round. Come back to a regular low lunge. So hands on the ground, walk your right foot back to midline, frame it. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. Three-legged down dog. So we're gonna skip our humble cow. Right leg all the way up, all the way back. Open up your right hip, everyone. So bend your knees, stack your right hip on top of left. You can stay here. This is a really great stretch for the front of your right hip. Option to flip your dog. Be aware of the space around you. So nice and easy. Right foot comes down. Right arm forward. Lift your hips. Imagine your heart wants to look at the front wall. See if you can let it. Beautiful, friends. One more big, deep breath down into your belly. And come back. Regular down dog. Walk it out, everyone. Walk it out. You can keep walking it out a little bit longer. Or option, inhale, rock forward, high plank. Perhaps hover your right leg. Exhale, chaturanga, lower slowly. Heart lifts as you breathe in, shoulders back and down. Hips lift as you breathe out. We got one more side. Inhale your left leg high. Stay and hold or exhale, left knee, right elbow. Push the ground away as you come forward. Yes, inhale, back up, three-legged. Awesome, Tim. Exhale, left to left. Aim for your armpit. Nice, Josh. Inhale, three-legged. Reach, lengthen. Now, everyone, scoop out your belly, knee to your nose. Step forward, low lunge. Crescent lunge, rise slowly. Exhale, side body stretch up and over. So right side really long. Now from here, remember, we're working into our twist. So hinge at your hips. Bring your right elbow outside of left knee. Prayer hands or maybe a fist with your right hand. Press your left palm into your fist. Rather than looking behind you, gaze straight out or even forward and see if you can find a little more length. Back leg strong, back toes strong. Feel your core. Breathe all the way down into your belly and see if you can work your twist just a little bit more. Maybe you want to extend your arms. Last round here. Nice, Scott. Slow release. Wide-legged forward fold. Anywhere you want to take it. You can do what you did before. Maybe something totally different. You want open mouth size. Last couple of breaths. So if you're working somewhere, start to wrap it up. Hands or fingertips to the ground. Start to crawl your hands forward and rotate your toes forward back to low lunge position. Back to our flow. Inhale, standing splits, right leg lifts. And tiny little potato bug ball, curl in, hollow out your belly, all the way to emptiness. Halfway lift position, lengthen and realign your spine. You can widen your stance if you'd like. Exhale, forward fold. All the way up, rise. Arms overhead, inhale. Hand to heart, exhale. Inhale, reach up. Sorry, I spaced out for a second. I'll be honest. Left foot is your base, right knee lifts. I was thinking about later, I will admit. One more inhale here. Exhale, eagle legs. Right knee on top of left. So wrap your legs together first. Sit low, squeeze them together. Maybe you get that second wrap of your toes, maybe not. Take one more inhale, reach high through your fingertips. Sit low and exhale, eagle arms. Right elbow under left. Wrap your arms together. See if you can lift your elbows up and away from your chest. Breathe into your back body, back of your heart, back ribs. Nice, Steve. Squeeze your inner thighs, squeeze your legs, sit low, breathe deep. One last round. Inhale, standing staff, unwind everything. Option to extend right. Slow motion, low lunge. Land softly if possible. Back knee down, hands to the inside of left foot. Walk your left foot out nice and wide. Bring your back knee down gently if you haven't, and if you want, you can use cushion underneath it. Double up your mat, use a sweatshirt. Lift your heart, let your hips melt towards the ground. If it feels better to let your toes, your left toes, pivot out to the left, or even to roll onto the outer edge of your left foot, totally fine. If any of you want to take that bound variation, reach your left arm back, grab hold of your right foot, go for it. Those of you who have hold of your right foot, see if you can open through the front of your left shoulder. So roll your left shoulder back and down. Yeah. Nice, Steve. Good adjustments. Take about 3 more breaths wherever you're at. If you want, open mouth sigh, last exhale. Ah. Back to a regular low lunge. So bring your left foot back to midline. Lift your back knee up. 3-legged down dog this time. So all the way back and up, open your left hip up, bend your left knee. Great place to stay or option to flip your dog. So create your back bend. Nice work. See if you can lift your hips. See if you can reach your heart forward. Nice, Jules. One last big deep breath. Awesome, Liz. Come back. Downward facing dog. Walk it out. Keep walking it out here. Or option to inhale forward, high plank, maybe hovering left leg one last time. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, nice, Sophia. Lift your heart, shoulders back and down. And either down dog or you choose, maybe a child's pose, maybe a hero's pose. So just take a moment and feel. Feel your body. Feel the energy flowing through you. Whatever is there, just allowing it to have space rather than trying to push it away, rather than trying to fix or control. So you're simply noticing. Take just about 2 more grounding breaths. And then we'll meet back in downward facing dog. All right, great big inhale into your down dog. Exhale, look to the top of your space, however you want to get there, forward fold. Once you have arrived, halfway lift, breathe in and lengthen. Exhale, bow and fold. Ha, empty out. All the way up, rise. Arms overhead, inhale. Hands to heart, exhale. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands behind your back as if you are about to put them into your back pockets. So either fingers face towards the ground, or if you prefer, you could make fists. You could also point your thumbs in and wrap your fingers around your hips. Roll your shoulders back and down. Bring your feet hips width distance apart. If you want, you have an option to use a block in between your inner thighs. If you like to have support, that makes it so you automatically engage those low, deep abdominals. So start to press your hips forward with your hands, but at the same time, press your hips back into your hands and feel your inner thighs hugging towards midline, your low belly toning. Puff up your chest, and rather than collapsing your head back, think of extending back so you're gazing up. Press your hands forward into your hips. Press your hips back into your hands. Breathe. Take 2 more rounds in the standing back bend. Feel your strong back muscles and your lowest, deepest abdominals. Lead with your heart to come back through a neutral spine. Next inhale. You can reach your arms up if you want to. And then bend your knees, bring your hands to your thighs. So bend your knees, hands to your thighs. I personally like to bring my fingers, wrap them in, bring your feet at least hips width distance apart, maybe a little bit wider. I'm going to show you what we're doing one time, and then we're going to do it 3 times together. So we're going to inhale into a standing cow, stick our butt out, lift our heart. We're going to exhale through our teeth like this. So really strong exhale. We're going to empty all the way out. It's called Uddiyana Bandha. We're going to take our belly button back and up. We'll hold there as long as we can. If when you're holding, you want to try what's called Agni Sara, it's like belly dancer stuff, like your belly's going like this, so you're empty. Then you'll do this. Just for as long as you can. When you need your next inhale, take it. We'll do it 3 times through, okay? So wherever you're at, just let your breath go. Next big inhale, lift your butt and lift your heart. Through your teeth, strong exhale all the way to empty, curl in. Yeah, curl in, curl in, curl in. Able to spine hold in emptiness as long as you can. If you want to try those little pulses, like you're a belly dancer, they can go fast or slow. Maybe you just play. When you need your inhale, take it. It's at your own pace. So let your belly go. Inhale. Yeah, just like that. Very nice. Hold, 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 hold. Pulse it out if you want, or just play with it. Take your breath when you need. You have 3 rounds total. Nice, Jamie. Really good, everyone. And if you don't get it today, no big deal. It's just yoga stuff. Have fun with it. Get curious. Last round, most likely. After you've taken your 3 rounds on your own, take one more inhale into a standing cow, and then forward fold is where we'll meet up. So when you are ready, don't rush. Once you're in a forward fold, friends, come back to Ujjayi breath and just feel, can you feel your core a little more? Can you feel your center a little more? Can you use it to lift your butt perhaps just a little bit higher? So slow and steady once again. Next time you inhale, halfway lift position. Realign. Nice, Samantha. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, plank position. From your plank, side plank, right hand is your foundation. Roll onto the baby toe edge of your right foot. Maybe right knee comes down to modified today. Maybe right forearm comes down if you feel like you're taking care of your wrist today. So you do you. Lift your hips really high. Try to create a crescent moon shape with your body. So that'll help take weight out of your wrist and your shoulder. Maybe reach your left arm forward. Yes. And maybe even float your left leg up. Lift your hips higher. One last round. Amazing. Slow motion transition to the other side. Come through your plank position over to your left side. So roll onto the baby toe edge of left foot. Yes, as light as you can be. Your strong core is supporting you as you transition. Lift your hips, lift your hips. Use your obliques. Nice, Lindsay. Maybe right arm forward. Awesome, Mikkel. Maybe right leg up. Nice, Megan. So your own variation, your fullest expression. You got this last round. And plank or modified plank, slowly, intentionally, top of your push-up. Spread your fingers, push the ground away, breathe in. Strong straight line all the way to your belly, all the way to your belly. Start with a baby cobra. So stay low. Use your back strength to lift you rather than your arm strength. So rather than feeling like you're pushing down with your hands, imagine you're pulling back like you're trying to drag yourself forward. See if you can feel your lowest, deepest abdominal. So it shouldn't feel like you're pressing your belly into the ground. Draw your belly button in and up. Feel the length in your low spine. Now, see if you can keep your heart lifted just as high. Float your hands up, reach them back. Float your feet up, reach them back. Don't widen your legs. Hug in with your inner thighs. Stay here, or here are your options. Interlace your fingers. Use your big fist to lift you higher. Maybe you even want to go for your full floor boat. Bend your knees, reach back, grab hold of your ankles or the tops of your feet. Everybody, all variations, hug in with your inner thighs to stay out of your low back. Lift through your heart. Feel the mobility in your mid and your upper back. Take one more big, huge breath back into your belly. Lift, 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 lift. And let it go. Ah. Good job. Rest your head to either side. And if it would feel good, you can either kind of shimmy your hips, rock your hips a little bit, or windshield wiper your shins. If you windshield wiper your shins, make sure your knees are at least hips width distance apart. So that will make space in your low back. Good job, everyone. In your next few rounds, however you want to make your transition, downward facing dog. All right, inhale, right leg high. Pigeon pose, right foot or right shin, top of your space. Gently set your body down. So see if you can get your right knee as wide as your yoga mat towards the right outer edge of your mat. So you want to get that external rotation in your right hip. And then rather than just kind of plopping into it, imagine there's an invisible rope attached to your right butt cheek. Samantha's doing a really good job. So like there's a rope pulling up and back. So see if you can get your right butt cheek to actually lift, pull it up and back. So not going deep, lift. Yep, find the stability. It's called integrity, structure, strength. And then you keep it as you bow forward. So a lot of people have really naturally open hips. They just kind of plop into pigeon, just exploit the hypermobility in their joints. So when we do that, it's not really doing anything good for our body. So stay in integrity. Keep that strong structure of the pose, soften around it. If you have your own way, you want to work this pigeon pose, feel free. So maybe there's some variation you want to take from here, or maybe you want to take it on your back or in a seat instead. Yes, good job, good awareness. And then once you are bowing forward, you're pulling your right butt cheek back and up. If you want to go deeper, you can just scoot your back knee back a little bit further. Doesn't take much. Take about 5 more. You can exhale out your mouth anytime. Yeah, that's it. I'll be really good after baby to get like stability back. Last couple rounds, friends. Maybe you want to side out your mouth. However you want to get there. Downward facing dog. So you can make your way back slowly and intentionally. You want to move through a vinyasa, Gonna reset. Maybe you want to take some cat-cow. If you're on your back, taking supine pigeon, and you want to take some neutralizing movements on your back, totally fine. Andrea? Yeah. Good job, everyone. So just in your own time, find your way to pigeon with your left shin forward or your left shin on top. And try to take the same care. Use the same awareness to set yourself up on this side. So left knee nice and wide toward the outer left edge, the long edge of your mat. And you're not trying to get your hips as close to the ground as you can. People often think that. But it's like you're getting your hips as close to the ground as you can, but then you're hugging back in. So pull your left butt cheek back and up like there's a rope, pulling it up and back. Yes, good. I love what I see. And then keep that as you bow forward. So integrity, it's funny. You can't really tell if people have it. It's true in yoga and it's true really out there in the world. So it's kind of the hard part. It's the hard part of the pose. It's the strength. It's the structure. I can't always tell if you are engaging, if you are hugging in and finding that structure. So it's something you create inside, you feel, and then you soften around it. Same thing out there in the world, integrity. You can't always tell if somebody is living with integrity just by looking at them on the outside, but on the inside, you know. So feel that integrity. That's your strong foundation. That's your safety, your support. Nice job, Christina, really good. And then soften around it and soften within it. So sometimes I even like to think of how we can make a fist with our hand. We can make a really, 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 really strong fist, but then we can keep that strong structure and just soften our fingers within it. Take your last few breaths on this side. I'll just kind of leave it up to you. So if you would like, maybe you take a couple more rounds here. But as you are ready, friends, just find your way back to one final down dog. And if that means you take one final vinyasa, awesome. So wherever you want to go. And if it's one last child's pose instead of a down dog, awesome. I'm talking to Ruby. Yes, speaker. One. Just feel whatever there is to feel, all that space you created in your body. And then everybody, next few breaths, find your way all the way down onto your back, however you want to get there, in whichever direction you would like to face. Once you're on your back, whatever feels good for a moment. So maybe you hug your knees in, kind of rock, maybe a full body stretch. And then eventually set yourself up for bridge pose. So feet on the ground with your knees bent and all of your toes face directly forward. Arms down by your sides and your heels should be right straight down from your knees. So if you can't feel the backs of your heels with your middle fingers, see if you can scoot your feet a little closer to your upper body. Take an exhale and first just pull your belly button down and feel your tailbone scoop up. This is called a posterior pelvic tilt. Inhale, peel your spine off your mat, one vertebra at a time. So once you get into your bridge pose, please feel free to do your own thing and ignore me completely. But I'm going to give you an option. So if you've taken my classes for a long time, you know this. If you haven't, this might be really weird or really different. So invitation to bring your arms to what I call robot arms. Bend your elbows, palms face each other, fingertips face the sky. Press down into your elbow tips and the backs of your arms. Press down into the back of your head. Walk your elbows as close as you can towards your side bodies. Take one more inhale, lift your hips high, hug in with your inner thighs. And then as you exhale, lower just your butt towards the ground. So you're creating a tunnel underneath the middle of your back. You can only do this with robot arms. Inhale, lift your butt back up. So back and forth just like that. Exhale, lower just your butt. Again, only with robot arms. Yes. Up and down. What we're going for is mid-back mobility. For a lot of people, this feels really weird because you've never moved your mid-back in this way. You might feel your low back muscles kind of like, oh, whoa, never felt that before. Tomorrow, you might even feel like, oh, my back hurts. Those muscles are waking up. So create that tunnel under your mid-back. It's like if I had a rolled up yoga mat and I wanted to slide it horizontally underneath the middle of your spine. So every time you lower your butt, lift your ribs higher, lift your heart higher. Take maybe 3 more rounds if you're with me. Feet hips width distance apart, heels straight down from your knees. Some people in here think they have really wide hips, all I'm saying. Good job. Come back into a bridge pose and work your shoulders out from under you. I like to reach my arms straight up towards the ceiling and roll down slowly on an exhale, so you can get down however you want to. Bring your arms to a cactus position or a goalpost position against the ground. Keep your feet on the ground with your knees bent, but now bring your feet out to the width of your yoga mat, really, really wide. Take an inhale here and exhale, both of your knees fall over to the right. And if you want, you can bring your outer right foot to the outside of your left knee or thigh and use your right foot to encourage your left knee forward and down. So you want to go for length in your left side. And if your left ribs lift a lot, see if you can press down through the back of your left ribs a little bit more. Big deep breath. And then take it to the other side in your next couple of rounds. When you feel somewhat even on both sides, come back to center, and you might let your knees fall in for a moment in what's called constructive rest pose. So feet wide, knees together. Maybe just rest there. Breathe down into your pelvic bowl. And then, my friends, if there are any other poses, any other movements, any other stretches that your body is still calling for, please feel free to take them. So you have about 10 more breaths to find your way into your final relaxation. So if you want to go straight there, please do. Yeah, and if you know you need to sneak out, this class is a long one, 90-minute class. So, and also sometimes I know people have an aversion to the sound, the gong or the bowl. So if you're like, not for me today, and you want to sneak out, totally fine. So as you guys settle in, I'm going to read you a poem. I really like this poem. It's by Rainer Maria Rilke. God speaks to each of us as he makes us, then walks with us silently out of the night. These are the words we dimly hear. You, sent out beyond your recall, go to the limits of your longing. Embody me. Flare up like flame and make big shadows I can move in. Let everything happen to you. beauty and terror. Just keep going. No feeling is final. Don't let yourself lose me. Nearby is a country they call life. You will know it by its seriousness. Give me your hand. For these last few moments, friends, let go of any control or effort of your breath. Let go of any engagement in your muscles. Let your face, especially your jaw, your cheeks, your forehead, let everything soften and relax and let go. See if you can, for these last few moments, be just this wide open space for all forms of life energy to flow through. So rather than hearing and listening just up in your head and just with your ears, imagine that you can listen with your entire body and just let the vibrations, let the sounds, let the frequencies flow through. Shavasana. Get a deep breath in. And let it go. You'll start to wiggle through fingers and toes. Start to come back into your physical body with gentle movements. Eventually roll to either side and find a fetal position for one last moment. Just curling into yourself in this nurturing way and really allowing everything from your practice, all the energy, all the effort, letting it all settle in. Maybe you're using your imagination to visualize that in some way. I like to imagine little pieces of stardust just twinkling around inside of me and then disappearing, becoming part of me. Use your arms to guide yourself up into seated meditation. So right back where we began. And notice as you come into your seat, does anything feel a little bit different? Physically, energetically, emotionally? Maybe, maybe not, no judgment. So sit up nice and tall, feeling into the length of your spine. And bring your hands to your heart, prayer hands, or one palm stacked on top of the other. And we'll close our practice together as a community with one great big Om. So try not to worry too much about how your voice sounds, no judgment, but feel your voice moving through your body and expressing out your mouth. So it's your own personal vibration. Start by exhaling all the way to empty. Clear your throat if you need to. Deep breath in, breathe in your voice. Om. Thank you all so much for being here, for sharing your energy. Light in me sees and reflects the light in you. Namaste. All right, friends. Thank you everyone so much. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. You can ask me or you can ask Ruby. She might know the answer more than me.
Is it spray?
Slide over, and then there's there should be towels in a little spritz. See. Hi, come on in. Yeah, this is Ruby. She's Angel for sure. She's an angel. Yeah, Ruby.
Thank you, Katie.
Good job. Good job, all you guys. Good job, Tim. Oh, sorry, I lost you.
Thank you, thank you.
Say bye. Bye. Yeah, 2 others today. Meg's in Boston. Nama Slane from Boston.
I'm here for
Love
it.
you guys.
Love you.